Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing, this is a really exciting video, doing my TBR list for historical romances.
About to leave, already packing.
And I love historical romances. Just to preface, I think they're so much fun to read. I love the time period. I love everything about it. I love like the societies, especially in England. I think that's super fun, and I really want to branch out with my historicals, and I need to read more, which I'm really slacking on. And I have a bunch of books to show you. I'm not going to go through like each synopsis, like blah blah blah. I'm going to read the back or whatever. I'm going to give you a briefness of what I think it's about. So let's get started. I have a ton of books, and I don't want this to be a super long video, but I am very excited. Okay, so this first book is by Maya Rodell. It's called The Wicked Wallflower, and I think it's about a wallflower. I know a lot of people really like it. I think it's about a bachelor, Lady Emma Avery, her engagement. Okay, so maybe it's like fake dating. Not sure, but I've heard tons of great things about it, so I'm excited to read it. Okay, so this next book is a staple in the historical romance community. It's called Lord of Scoundrels, and I've heard it's a classic historical romance. It's floppy, it's fun, and I think it's about, I think it's hate to love. I don't know if it's marriage or convenience or not. I think it's hate to love. That's all I really know about this book, but I'm really excited to read it because a lot of people love it. I know Lacey from Lacey Book Lovers, she loves this book. And I can't think off the top of my head who else has read it, but I know lots of people loved it, and I'm really excited to read it. The next book is a Lenora Bell book, One Fine Duke. I almost said Time Duke. And this Lenora Bell, I wanted to read her for a really long time, and I've just been collecting her books. I've heard they're super sweet romances. Oh, so our heroine wants to get with a Rafe, and she tries to get with him. Oh, and she falls for his brother. That sounds super fun. If you can hear like stuff in the background, that's Luna, my little Pomeranian puppy, just like chewing stuff under my bed. She's a crazy dog, but I love her so much. But she eats everything, so sometimes that can be bad. She actually, I actually had a first edition of this book, and she ate it while I was reading it, and I was so mad at her. But it's fine now. I have this copy, and I'm really mad and sad with myself that I didn't buy all of the original copies when I could have, because I was just waiting for the show to come out, and then they all got like sold out everywhere. It was kind of crazy and amazing that people were reading these books, but it was not amazing for me because I really wanted the special editions. So I got some of them, but not all of them. So I've already read this book and the Viscount Who Loved Me, but I'm putting it in because I just want to finish the Bridgerton series. Maybe I'll do a vlog of finishing the Bridgerton books, and I want to finish it up because I love that series so much, and I'm really excited to finish it and see the second season. Oh, I thought this one isn't floppy, but I really like testing them to see if they're floppy, but this one's like stiff. But anyways, I really love this series. The second book is my favorite over the first one, but they're great books, humorous, but also have some darker moments, so definitely go check this out. Okay, so the next book is by Donna Fletcher, and this is, all of her books I think deal with like Highlander romances, and maybe she has like a secret that she can't tell anyone. She has a forbidden touch. I don't really know. I don't know what this book is about, but I do know that The book Refuge, she loves it, Jen. She really likes Donna Fletcher, and her romances are supposedly very sweet and adorable, so I'm really excited to read this one, and just a book from Donna Fletcher. Okay, so this next book is called My Darling Duke by Stacey Reed. I think... Luna? This next book is called My Darling Duke by Stacey Reed, and this is a romance where our heroine, I think she pretends to be, like, she pretends that she is engaged to him, and he was like a recluse who, but he was a very rich, like, recluse duke, and he wasn't in society for a really long time, and so he comes back into society when he hears this, like, lady is, like, claiming that she's his fiance, and that's where the romance goes off. I did read one other book from Stacey Reed, and I did not love it, but it was a while ago, so I'm hoping this will reinvigorate my reading for Stacey Reed, and I know a lot of people are loving her books right now, so I'm really excited to read it. Do you guys want to see Luna? Luna, come here. Okay, so this is my beautiful dog. Come here, honey. There she is. Luna, look at the camera, honey. Those are the people. Say hi. Say, I'm Luna. She's like dust on her. She's a Pomeranian. She's actually the smallest of her litter. So when we got her, she was super tiny compared to her siblings. And I love her. She's adorable, but she's a menace. She's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs sometimes. And she pretends that she has the personality of a big dog and a little dog body. And it's hilarious. I think it's so funny. But anyways, back to the video. So the next book is, I want to read something by Sophie Jordan. I heard her books are really cute. This one is called While the Duke Was Sleeping. I think maybe it's a rendition of Overboard. I feel like it has amnesia in it. Maybe I might be lying. I don't know for sure. But I know a lot of people really like her, and I want to give her a shot. The next book is by Sarah McLean, and I've actually read one other book by her, 9 Rules to Break While Romancing a Rake, and I love that book. I gave it 5 stars. I actually read it earlier this year, and I really enjoyed it, and I want to read more of her books. I don't necessarily know what this one is about. Oh, it says our heroine tries to trick the hero into a marriage. So, I don't know. It sounds interesting, though. Okay, so this next book is Tessa Dare, and I want to read more of her books. I've read I think 3 of her books so far, but I have a lot of her books in paperback, and this is a fan favorite. Say Yes to the Marquess. I don't know how to say that word. Marquess. I don't know. In the comments below, correct me on the right way to say Marquess or Marquise or however you say it. And I think okay, so our heroine in this book is a curvy heroine. I think she was supposed to marry somebody, and she was supposed to marry somebody, and then something happens, and she's like the person she's supposed to marry, brother, I think, is trying to coerce her into marrying his brother, and then I think she falls in love with him. I don't really know, but I really love Tessa Dare's writing, because her writing is hilarious and fun, and I really love the books she writes, and I'm super excited to read this and more from her. This next book is by Joanna Lindsay. She is a staple in the romance community, and this book is called Love Only Once. I think it's a series. It's definitely one of her older novels. I have no idea what it's about, but I just know I want to read it, and it looks pretty. I think deals with a duke, maybe. Oh, not 100% sure, but I'm excited to read this. Okay, so this next book is called The Duchess War by Courtney Milan, and this actually has Asian rep in it, and I think it's about our heroine is a wallflower, and she doesn't want to marry, so when a handsome duke comes to town, the last thing she wants is his attention. Maybe he's like courting her or something, I'm not really sure. But I think she might have like a secret or something that she's trying to keep away from him or anyone. It sounds really interesting, and I'm really excited. Okay, so this is another Julia Quinn book, and it's called The Sum of All Kisses. It's actually a series, the Just Like Heaven series. I don't actually know what the series is called, but the first book is called Just Like Heaven. Oh, it's called the Smythe Smith series. I've heard this one's really good. There was like a duel or something. And I think the hero was in a duel and he like ruined his leg or something. And I don't really know what this book is about, but I've heard it's really good and it's one of Julia Quinn's best, so I'm excited to read it. So these next two books are Beverly Jenkins books, and I just want to read more of Beverly Jenkins in the future, definitely. This is a pirate romance, and this one, our heroine, I think she's a prostitute or and she ends up having a child with the hero, and then I feel like he doesn't know about it or something. I don't really know much about this book, but I'm excited. It's by the Queen, Beverly Jenkins, and I just really want to read it. And then this next book, as I said, is a pirate romance, and she actually, I think, is a pirate, and then she overtakes his ship, which I think sounds really interesting and fun. So this next book is by Jennifer Ashley, and it's not just this particular book I want to read, I just want to read more of her books in general. I read the first book, the Ian McKenzie one, and I really enjoyed that one. I've heard this one's really good too, and I actually really love this character in the book. So I want to read this one, and I think it's like a marriage in trouble romance, and I've never read one in a historical romance before, so I'm really excited to read this one. This next book is by Lily Dalton. I think it's a Christmas historical romance, but I've heard it's really good. It's a trilogy. Oh, this is a marriage and trouble romance too, so that sounds fun. I don't think all of the books are like Christmas themed. I think it's the first one is the only one, but I've heard this one's really good. I know I can't remember who liked this book, but it was somebody that made me buy all three of the books because I was just so excited that they really liked it, so I just bought all three. But I like doing that with historicals. It makes me feel happy. I went through a phase in March 2020 of just buying a bunch. Well, no, actually it was April 2020. It was right after the first historical like romance readathon, and I just like binge bought a bunch of historicals, and it made my heart so happy, and it was like a present every day. I was like, ooh, oh my gosh, a package, 5 new historicals, oops, 5 new historicals, and I was like, yes. And the cool thing is I get all of mine used, and you can get it too. I actually have a link down below in my description for thrift books, and that's where I get all of my used historicals, and they have amazing deals. You can get like a book for like $2, $3, $4. It's incredible. And then if you get to like a certain amount of points, you can get a free book. This is not at all sponsored, but I just really love thrift books, and it's a great company, and they're my favorite used bookstore besides Half Price Books. Whew. Okay, so this next book is by Kate Bateman, and I'm really excited to read something by her. I think this is like a detective romance or something, or She says she's going to marry somebody and he's actually in jail, I think, and then he gets out and then they like have to be together, or she does marry somebody. I don't really know, but I really want to read her. I've heard some great things about her books and this sounds really interesting and good. This next book is by Vanessa Kelly. This is a Highlander romance, and our heroine actually, I think she gets sexually assaulted, or she has, I can't remember if she, yeah, I think she does get sexually assaulted and it results in a pregnancy, and then this Highlander dude, like, helps her, like, hide away so she can get away from her ex-fiance who I think sexually assaulted her and abused her. And I think I've heard it's really sweet. It's friends to lovers. I think he takes care of the baby while she has to like figure out some stuff, and then she can come to Scotland because she's like a rich like English debutante or something. But it sounds really good. I know Jen from the Book Refuge loves this book, and in 11 Words Brie, so I'm really excited to read this one. Okay, so this next book is called Whitney My Love, by, making sure, Judith McNaught. This is another staple of historical romance, and I am really excited to read this. I have no idea what it's about, but I've heard really great things, and I'm excited to read it, and it's very thick. Oh, yeah, it's 538 pages, so that will be a chore to read, but I'm excited. I'm so, the next book is called All Scott and Bothered. I don't know why I just switched to an English accent. And this is by Kerrigan Byrne. I really want to read more of Kerrigan Byrne. I read The Highwayman and really enjoyed it. I want to read this book and just a bunch of books that she's written. They're like kind of dark historicals, and I'm really excited, and it sounds amazing, all of her books, and I just want to gobble them all up and read all of them and binge read them because they all sound so good. Okay, so these next 3 books are part of a series, and that's by Lisa Kleypas. It's called the Wallflower series, and there's nothing, I'm not going to like go into each of like the books, but I just really want to read all of these books. And if you are a first-time historical romance reader, well, a cool thing that can happen when you get like a first edition or just any book you can find is that they have this cool picture in the back. I mean, not the back, the front of a sexy photo, and it's cute and it's discreet if you want it discreet, but why would you want discreet when you could just see this all the time? I love these. I love step backs. Ooh, this one's cool. This one's a perfect condition. It's like a winter step back. Just like fall. Lisa Kleypas' step backs are incredible. Whoever did them, I think I remember the artist. I follow her on Instagram, but they're all so cool. And then I also want to read Devil in Disguise. This is her newest book that just came out, and this cover is gorgeous, but I'm sad there's not a step back. They need to, I don't know why they're stopping doing step backs, because I love step backs so much, and I think they're like, these books are way better with step backs. So people in publishing, put them in step backs, because they put step backs in, because I love step backs, and I know lots of people do too. So I hope they bring them back, and it's not just with this book. I mean, it is just with this book that there's not a step back, but I think also some authors don't want step backs for certain reasons, which I get, but also I think step backs really add a lot to the book, and I love them so much. Okay, so we're down to the wire. We have 4 more books left. This next book is called The Wedding by Julie Garwood. I really enjoy Julie Garwood's books. I've read 2 of her books, The Secret and The Bride, and I've loved both of them. 5-star reads. Incredible. I think I liked The Bride even more. It was really good. But I have no idea what this one is about, but she writes like Highlander romances, and they're super fun, alpha male protectiveness on high, but not like bad protectiveness, and I just really love her writing and her heroes and her characters so much. Okay, so this next book is an Eloisa James book, and I still have not, I still have not read an Eloisa James book yet, which I'm horrified to say because I need to read her so freaking bad. But this one is super cool. Look at this step back. It's gorgeous. I'm very excited to read her, and a lot of people love her books, so I'm very excited to read them. This next book is called The Rogue of Fifth Avenue. This is actually a historical romance set in like the normal time period that they are set in, but it's in New York instead. And I think it's a class different romance too, and it sounds really good. Joanna Lindsay, I've heard, is an amazing author, and I cannot wait to read this one. Okay, so the last book I'm really excited to read. I don't know how soon I'm going to read it though. And that's Outlander. I really want to read Outlander. I've watched the whole show, even multiple times because it's so good. I love Jamie and Claire so much. I need to read this book, and I actually have the first 4 books, so I should get on that. But they're just so long and very intimidating. But I mean, I don't know. I'm excited. It's 850 pages, and it's small text, so that's very intimidating to me. But I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy me rambling about historical romances and all the books I want to read. Down below, tell me what you want to read, Historical Romance Rise, or if you want me to do like a beginner's guide to historical romances or something like that. And I'll respond to your comments, and I'll say, oh yes. I'll respond to your comments, and I'll give my advice if you need help with figuring out what to read first, or whatever you need help with. But also I might link down some, oh my god, I will link down below videos to like beginner guide to historical romances. I know Jess from Peace Love Books has one. I think Jen from the Book Refuge does. Maybe Crystal Bookish Life, Lazy Book Lovers, definitely, I think. So I'll link down some below, and you can watch those and get some recs and ideas for historical romances. But that's all I have for you today, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.